what's up? The Jawn Joi is here. Jawn Joi. The Jawn Joi. The young John. The young Jawn Joi.
What's up? It's your girl Joy Liv, a.k.a. the Jawn Joi. Now, I think it's safe to say he's a pro when it comes to this freestyling shit.
That's a fact.
He's from New York.
Super facts.
Hey, I have none other than Cashflow Harlem in the building.
Thanks for having me. Joey the Jawn Joi.
Hey, so how are you?
I'm good. Just woke up, ready to work. Let's do it.
All right, so what's Atlanta been like? You've been down here, like, when was the last time you were down here?
Probably about when I was here with Cardi that time.
Okay, so when you came with Cardi B
last
year.
10 months last year, yeah.
All right, yep.
Yeah.
So a lot has changed since then.
A lot has changed.
A hell of a lot has changed.
Especially with her. So, you know what I'm saying? Maybe this is my good luck seat, because she said here a year from now.
It popped off from after that.
So see me in a year.
Let's speak it.
Right,
so
right.
what's the year been like since being here with Cardi and everything has taken off with her? Like, what's your year been like?
I mean, first of all, I'm super duper ecstatic and happy for her to see what, that growth from being in just rehearsal to performing, and now she got the #1 record in the country. And for me, that just been the motivation. So I'm just working. I'm just putting in that pain.
Definitely.
Freestyles, material, real music, videos.
Definitely. She's definitely showed that it's possible.
Yeah, very.
She had a lot of people that doubted her, and she overcame all of that. How was the surprise party? I seen y'all was kind of lit.
Yeah, exactly. She came in, nobody wasn't answering her call, so she was worried, thinking something happened. Then she came in and seen.
She deserves that.
Yeah,
that was
she
lit.
Deserved that. That's a fact.
All right, so let's talk about the freestyles.
Okay.
You're known for the freestyles. Was on your IG the other day. I was looking, and the Kanye one had me dead. That Kanye one had me
Kanye is
dead.
all up. Kanye is a genius, so he gonna respect creativity.
That is true. I mean, you can't do nothing but respect it. Then you did DMX, you did Tiger.
Right.
What made you want to come up with those?
The first one I did actually was Kev Hart, and it was like just a joke. And then I seen that people grabbed onto it, so I just got a little consistent. And the what's the name, the DMX, I always just like DMX, one of my favorite rappers. So he was the easiest one to imitate.
And that was so for the pussy.
Yeah, and DMX, you know what I'm saying? I know he ain't gonna really do one, so I got you, X.
That's funny.
I'm gonna speak for you.
All right, so I seen that you posted that you were like one of the first to do the For the Pussy challenge.
Yeah. I opened it up for the pussy.
All right, so
that's a fact.
We're gonna have to get you in some comic stand up or something like that, because aside from the rapping, we already know that that's there, but you're funny as shit. All right, so I did a little investigating. I creeped back on your page. I was like, September 14th, you did post this. Now nobody was doing that shit.
That's a fact.
What is it like? Would you say that you're like the founding father of the For the Pussy challenge?
Of the For the Pussy, yes.
All right, so there, everybody heard it. Everybody's out there doing it.
Right. The pussy was invented by none other. That's right.
What's it like seeing how it picked up and celebrities and a lot of people doing it? Like, what's that like?
Two things. One, it just let me know that anything possible. That's why I'm gonna just stay consistent, because something I'm gonna do, gonna grab, and I'm gonna get my just due for it. And two, just let me know pussy run the world. So I'm gonna stay in that lane.
It definitely does.
Right.
Shout out to
all
the
the pussies. Yeah, shout out to all the pussies.
Girls run the world.
Right.
All right. So growing up in Harlem, you're from Harlem. What was what's that like?
I wouldn't want to be from nowhere else in the world. Shout out to Atlanta. I love y'all too though. But only thing is, the part of Harlem I'm from Uptown Harlem, right across the street from the Rucker. I don't know if y'all never heard of that, but the Rucker is like the most legendary streetball basketball court in the world. And when I was growing up, like back in the day when Bad Boy was hot with Puffy and Mace, they used to come in there. Jay-Z and Beyonce would come there. I saw every celebrity as a kid right in my neighborhood. So that was like Harlem, the culture, with the fashion, the music. It was kind of big. And then when I went to high school, like A$AP Rocky was in my high school, I grew up with all of the people that became what they became. So it's just a lot of culture in Harlem that, easy to pick up on.
Definitely.
Right.
A lot of artists have came out of there too. We got Mace, Q-Tip, Cameron, Jim Jones. Were any of them like big influences on you?
Yeah, I used to like Mace a lot. Mace was one of my favorite rappers coming up. Cam is a definite influence. I used to work with Cam a lot. We got some records about to come out, so definitely like a lot of influences coming out.
Dope.
Yeah.
Shout out to Harlem.
Right, shout out to Harlem.
All right, so you mentioned the Rucker. Now it's a basketball court.
Yeah.
All right, so I heard that you used to play.
Yeah. I didn't get that tall, so I'm glad I stopped. But
How tall are you?
6'3".
All right, he's 6'3". For the record, he's 6'3". He's 6'3" for the record. All right, so that is kind of short if he wanted to play power forward or center or some shit like that.
Right.
But what position did you play?
Point guard.
How that shot looking?
I had a handle. I ain't had no shot.
You got a handle. Okay.
I just shake you up and pass to my man.
All right, so I think we got the opposite. I ain't really got too much of a handle, but I got the shot. My shit's all butter.
Okay, that's why I like.
Come holla at me.
Pass it to you, right? Give it to you.
Come holla at me.
Of joy.
And it's the lefty right there. That
the lefties. Yeah, those hard to block.
I be killing it. It's unexpected too. People don't be expecting it.
You don't look like you can play ball. I don't know. It's a shot.
Ask about me. Ask about me. I ain't really been on the court in a minute, but the shot's all butter.
Yeah, the handle is milky.
All right.
Milk and butter.
So what was that a career aspiration? Did you want to play ball or?
Yeah, like I said, I started to realize the truth. I started to see
that you wasn't getting no taller.
Work out. Yeah, it wasn't gonna happen. I drank muscle milk, protein. I did everything. Ate my greens. It wasn't working.
That's okay. I mean, some people still do make it.
Right. Yeah. Rob and them.
Yeah, there's a few that still make it.
But there's a lot more that don't become Rob than do. So, and then at the lunchroom table, I start rapping. They start feeling me, and I knew you ain't had to get too tall for that. So I said, all right, we're gonna stick with this.
What was the reaction in school when you started rapping?
When I was like in 6th grade, I used to rap at the lunch table, and I had a little 6th grade girlfriend, and I used to get wild love.
You was fast.
Yeah, I was super fast. Yeah. She was hating on me and all that because the other chicks was feeling me. I knew this is what I wanted to do. 6th grade early.
The girls?
Yeah, they was liking me. They was 7th graders and 8th graders with somebody when you was in 6th grade. So I'm like,
that is true. That is true. If you popping in 6th grade, exactly. You got the 7th and 8th graders fucking with you. You somebody.
Big people. Like.
So and then from there you were like, I want to take on music.
Then I went to the Rucker and at halftime I rapped and I seen a reaction on some celebrities' faces. You know what I'm saying? They ain't give me no $1 million check, but the reaction was good. I seen Jay-Z and a few others reacted, so I said, all right, bet. Let's do it.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's hella dope. All right, so you out here in the A.
Right.
I can only assume that you've been working.
I'm working. I was just in the lab with Bangladesh the other night. We got some heat on the way.
Ooh.
Super duper heat, yeah.
So, Voice of Reason coming soon?
Yep, on the way.
You got a date yet?
I had a date. I don't want to give it no date because these records with Bangladesh was unexpected, so I got to figure out how I'm going to fit these on.
So you got to reconstruct some things.
Yeah, we got to figure this out.
All right, so let's talk about Voice of Reason. Okay. I know that it has a special meaning behind the title. Yeah. Can you just break down that for us? Like, what was the inspiration for it? I fought
throat cancer, for like 6 months. Like, it was terrible. I wouldn't wish that on nobody. So, you know what I mean? With throat cancer, that's your voice. So I rap. My voice that's my main tool of reason.
Yeah.
So now that I'm speaking, I got something to say.
Definitely. I want to send my blessings, and I'm happy that you're healthy
much love.
And that you fought it.
Much love.
It takes a lot of strength to come out and, share information like that. Like,
yeah.
Where'd you find that courage?
I think more people need to share the information because so many people is going through that and they be feeling like it's over. They back against the wall. And then when you see people that got a success story coming from your challenges, it'll motivate you to make you want to get up and do something about
Definitely.
that.
To keep fighting.
Exactly. Eat whole foods. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. So
you said what?
Eat whole foods.
Eat organic. Whole foods?
Yeah, organic.
That's what you do now?
Whole food all day. Yeah. I put them in business. I keep them in business.
I mean, ever since With the Health, I think everybody's on it.
Yeah, the funny thing is when I first found, I didn't know yet, but when I first knew something was wrong, I was here in Atlanta too. That time when I was here with Cardi. Yeah.
Damn.
That's right.
So, I know that the doctors had gave you some crazy news and something that could be hella devastating when it comes to an artist, and they said that you may never be able to speak again.
Yeah, definitely. So obviously that was wrong. And then they told me if I do speak, no disrespect, I don't know if you ever heard Run DMC, the dude that be like this. Well, one of them I think is Run.
Yeah.
They was like, yeah, you're gonna be talking like Run and all that. And I keep fighting. That's it.
Oh, it's DMC.
DMC.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Run is Run.
Yeah,
Rev.
Run is Run. Yeah, my bad, Run.
Don't judge us, guys. We're a lot younger than them. Okay, we know who they are, but we're a lot younger than them.
Right. We wasn't having to Run when Run was out. So
we know Run's house.
Right. We know Diggy.
Right. Shout out to Diggy. So, what was your initial thoughts when you heard something like that? Like,
I mean, not only am I an artist, I'm a parent. I got a daughter, so my first thing is I got to be alive. I mean, before I got a voice, I got a life. So first thing first, I got to be there for her. And then step 2, my voice, my talent, this God-given gift. So I know I had to do right. Like I said, I got to eat. And on top of that, I don't smoke. So for me to have throat cancer and not smoke, I knew that was just a different type of calling for me. I knew that was different.
Definitely. Just all for your footsteps right there.
Right.
I seen that you recently attended the Star premiere.
Right.
What was that like? Do you watch the show?
Honestly, I don't watch no TV. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it
I'm
real.
with you.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
watch
I
TV
can't tell you
either.
what
I think
watch,
I
but
pick one show.
I watch Instagram, so that's like watching TV. I scroll down and get all the latest highlights. But I met up with Lee, and we you know what I mean? We chopped it up, so we're looking forward to doing something in the future. So that's where it's at right now.
Oh, so we gonna see you on the screen?
I hope so.
You
yeah,
about to be acting?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey,
I'm ready.
they need to give you a comedy scene.
Everybody keep saying that.
Busting on people via freestyles and shit.
Right,
Because that's
right.
what she be doing.
Yeah.
You would be busting on people. Just coming for
Nobody's
them.
safe. Nobody's safe.
Who's next?
I got somebody in mind.
I think I need the hint.
Hint. I'm gonna give you a hint. Oh, he's from Atlanta. That's the biggest hint in the world.
Ooh.
He's
He
a
rapper?
super duper star. Nah, and he's a singer. Superstar. He went through some controversy recently too. Super
Oh, I know who
controversy.
you're talking about.
What his name begin with?
You.
Yeah, you got him. Shout out to him. The ladies love him though, despite what he's getting accused of. Moving right along.
moving along. So moving along, you signed a deal with Capitol Records.
Yeah.
What's life been like since that?
I mean, to me, a deal is just the beginning. You just got to work. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So at this point, I just want to show what I actually accomplished for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm at with it right now. We just want to put together the first project, drop the first single, and see what it do.
All right. So what was it about Capitol that made you say, this is where I want to be and this is the label I want to call home?
They respected my vision. I got creative control, and I got a budget. Simple as that. So
That's what's
it's
up.
really simple. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Right.
All right. So speaking of Atlanta, I know that you had a little run-in back in last year about a statement Yachty made.
Right. Oh,
right.
yeah.
So he said, I got too much sauce for an ugly ass hater. Did you guys ever settle that?
Nah.
Or it's like, how did that even happen?
He got too much sauce. I don't know what happened. I had a free. Oh, I know what happened. He had made a statement about Biggie, saying that Notorious B.I.G. was trash, and
Ooh.
I just think it's certain
think I
codes
remember
to
that.
hip hop that just don't need to be. Just certain things you don't say in hip hop. Just like you don't go in church and just Jesus. It just
No,
you
you're
don't
right.
do that. Yeah.
You're right.
So I just made it. I didn't even really diss him back. I just spanked him for that. Like, yo, you can't say that in hip hop. And then he had too much sauce for me.
Too much.
Yeah.
But
That was it. Yeah, I didn't know he was even gonna see it, so I was blessed for that. Shout out to him.
being part of the millennial generation, do you think that there's a disconnect? I mean, some of us get it. Some of us respect the culture. Some of us,
definitely.
you know what I mean? And then there's other ones of the later part maybe, and
Right,
they
right.
kind of don't get it or they don't care. Like, where do you think where that comes from?
I think it is a disconnect, and I'm not telling somebody what they should or should not care about, but if something is making me rich and taking care of my whole family and all my friends, I might want to study that. Like, I want to know more about this culture that's actually saved my life. So I just feel you should just do your research. And I mean, also got to watch who you got around you. If you 18 or 19, whoever cutting your check ain't 18 or 19. They from the culture. They somebody supposed to pull you to the side and tell you out of line.
I think what's coming down to now is that the youngins don't respect their old heads.
At all.
And
at all.
And they don't have old heads, or they old heads is dumb and
right,
young.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's
Exactly.
more so like me growing up, I watched all the hip hop documentaries.
Right,
it was
right,
just
right.
something that it wasn't even like you in class. It was just like it was
Exactly.
culture.
Right,
it was just
right,
like, yo,
right,
we gonna
right.
watch this, and we just watched it for fun. It was like a movie.
Yeah. Like you said,
They
our
don't do that no
culture.
more.
Yeah, it's different. It's a disconnect, super disconnect. I just feel it need to be some more cool artists that respected by the youngins and OGs to just bridge the gap, because it's still the same culture, same music, hip hop.
Definitely.
It could be bridged.
All right, so I gotta ask a question before we dip out of here.
Okay.
You're handsome.
Thank you.
The girls are always under your comment section.
They be there
They want to know, are you available?
on the weekends, man.
Oh, and like that, we out of here. It's the Jawn Joi.
All right.